What's going on, YouTube? My name is Skill87, and today's video we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Ghost real quick. I do not own the game, but I want to talk about something real quick. Yes, there is a giant hole behind me because alongside tearing down the whole roof to my house, this little project me and my old man got going on, we're going to be completely destroying my apartments because we feel that if we're going to tear down the roof to my house, which we're pretty much almost done, and replacing it, adding another 30 years of life into this bitch, why not completely tear down the third floor as well and start over so that the top of the house is in tip-top shape, okay? So my old man came in with the roofer who also does, you know, walls and shit, and he literally took his fucking hand and went to my wall and said, and I literally was like, you fucking dick. Why would you do that? Whatever. The wall's coming down. We're going to have to evacuate this apartment in about a week or two. And then, you know, over the course of 3-4 days, they'll fix it, make it brand new walls. So we got the new roof, the new apartment. I'll be starting over, and I'll finally be able to buy a bunch of furniture for my apartment. My living room is actually my game room, and it's just my desk, my big screen TV, my games, and all that shit. Then I got my bedroom, my kitchen. My bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, everything's set. My apartment looks great, but my living room is just a game room. I only utilize a quarter of this big fucking room. It's great. So we're going to tear it down. Then once everything's done, you know, hopefully within a few weeks, I can start buying some real fucking furniture and not ever use them because all I do is sit at my fucking desk regardless. Yeah, let's talk about Call of Duty. I'm here to clear something up real quickly. See, let me explain something to you guys. I am not a game designer. I'm not a developer. I'm not any of the above. I am a gamer that is 25 years old, and I like to use something called common sense, okay? I love N4G. It's one of my favorite websites because I get to read really stupid fucking articles by people who just are desperate for views. I like to go to IGN. I like to go to GameStop. I don't call IGN irrelevant when IGN doesn't rate a game of mine at a high score because gamers that do that are immature because those are the same people that are like, yeah, IGN gave my favorite game this. Then the next thing comes out, IGN's relevant. They gave my favorite game that. No, I'm not one of those people. I'm really open to everyone's different opinions and shit like that. I enjoy IG, I enjoy GameSpot, I enjoy Destructoid, all those other fucking websites. Because at the end of the day, what they have to say truly does matter because they do have an effect on how a game sells, believe it or not. So let's talk about Call of Duty Ghosts, and let's talk about the whole PS4 running at 1080p and having a little hiccups here and there, and Xbox One version running at 720 at a smooth, consistent 60 frames per second. I feel that the gaming community is really, really, really fucking stupid. I feel that people, these amateurs that are writing these articles for these websites, are just trying to really just get some free hits because you know what? It's always easy to talk about Call of Duty and have something negative to say about a console to get some hits on your goddamn, you know, your website. But see, then there's a guy like me that comes out of nowhere and brings it and just shoots you down. Why? Because I actually, besides doing research, I have what's called common sense, experience, and I have what you don't have. I have all the consoles. I have PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and all the consoles before it, except Nintendo, because you know I like to play games that are not called Super Mario. But I have all of them. I experienced all of them. I have the kind of money where when Call of Duty comes out, I can buy every single version just for the lulz. And I just want to test them out. And I feel that people like me should get this information out to you people. I feel that if I'm going to own all three versions, the three relevant versions of Call of Duty, I should share with you what's what. I'm going to explain something to you real quickly. This whole PlayStation 4 version runs at 1080p, and the game kind of hiccups and frame rate dips here and there, and the game runs at 720p, and it's consistently smooth on the Xbox One. Let me explain something to you. Stop pointing the finger at the console. Stop. Stop talking about the Xbox One is better because Call of Duty runs at a consistent 60 frames per second, and stop saying that the PlayStation 4 sucks because Call of Duty doesn't run at certain, you know, certain frames per second, but it runs at 1080p. Let me explain something. Let me explain how this actually works. Okay, for all those who are unaware, Call of Duty Ghosts is running off the same engine that Call of Duty 2 is running off of. one of the games that really put the Xbox 360 on the map. Do you not realize that this is the same engine that was built from the ground up to work effectively on Xbox and PC? Okay. Call of Duty 4 on PS3, though ran at a nice 60 frames per second, had some hiccups here and there. Call of Duty World at War had hiccups and frame rate dips. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 had hiccups. Call of Duty Black Ops on PS3 had low frames and hiccups. Modern Warfare 3 on PlayStation 3 had fucking hiccups. Black Ops 2 on PlayStation 3 had low frames and hiccups. This is the exact same engine, just being utilized on a next generation console. The overall hardware of the next generation consoles is not even being remotely challenged by this engine. The engine has reached its max. It reached its max this generation. The Call of Duty engine was pushed to its limits with the Xbox 360. It barely pushes a decent gaming rig. You do not need you barely need a decent rig to max out Call of Duty Ghost. It's an old engine. If you can max Call of Duty 4, you can max Call of Duty Ghost. It's the same engine that's been used for years. So when people started going, oh my god, the PS4 version has inconsistent frames and a little hiccups here and there, and I sat there and I chuckled and I fucking laughed hysterically because I know a console I'm buying my Call of Duty Ghost on. It's going to be the PlayStation 4 because I'm not going to let shit that's been known about this engine deter me from having fun. I enjoyed playing Call of Duty on PlayStation 3 regardless of the fact that it had some hiccups here and there. A couple hiccups here and there are not going to deter you from your overall experience. Going from 60 frames to 50 frames to 45 frames is not going to deter you from your overall experience. You must be a certain type of gamer to actually notice these dips and or hiccups. A casual gamer will, more than likely, most casual gamers can't even tell the difference between 30 and 60 frames per second. They don't even contemplate shit like this. So when these articles come out, and these uneducated, lesser gamers, the casuals that only play Madden, these everyday people, these commoners amongst the gaming community, when they see these articles, they gather together because their numbers are so great. Because the hardcore gaming crowd, we're like, in terms of numbers, we're like here, and the casual crowd's like up here, so we're completely always fucking outnumbered. They're gonna go to these websites, they're gonna get a bunch of hits. Oh my god, Xbox One runs at 720, consistent 60 frames. Oh my god, 1080p PS4, but it dips like 15 frames. There's a hiccup every fucking 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. But these same people own every Call of Duty on PlayStation 3 and never actually pointed these out. These issues that they're pointing out with Ghost on the PlayStation 4 and PS3 are literally the same issues that have been pointed out for every single Call of Duty game on the PlayStation 3 that was ever fucking built. Why are you bitching about it now? This engine is not new. You can't blame the hardware. It's the developers and the game. A prime example of it's the developers, not the game. Look at Guerrilla Games. Look at Naughty Dog. Their games run great on PlayStation 3. Killzone, Uncharted, Gran Turismo, Polyphony Digital, whatever the fuck they're called. Their games run great. It's not the console, it's the developer. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and the big boss Activision has said, fuck it, the engine's still usable, let's continue to use it. Just because the PS4 and the Xbox One are fucking monsters of machines doesn't mean that when you put a game built on a machine, built in an engine, built for current generation consoles, that's going to be so different. You want to hear something really crazy? And you're not going to believe me, but if you were to play the Call of Duty Ghosts on PS3 and PS4 side by side, and Xbox 360 and Xbox One side by side, the only difference is you will actually see are some lighting issues, some lighting differences, and possibly a 5 to 10% increase in graphics because they can crank up the graphics ever so slightly because there's more RAM now and, you know, a better card. But I am 100% guaranteeing you that Activision and the developers put no heart and soul. There was zero trying with this game to make it run effectively and to, you know, utilize the power of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And I'm a Call of Duty fan, but you see, unlike the other Call of Duty fans, unlike the blind casuals who don't know nothing, I'm not an idiot. I know for a fact that when I purchase my PS4 version of Call of Duty Ghosts, it's going to be pretty much the same exact thing that it is on PS3 and Xbox One. It's just that I'd rather play it on the Xbox. You see, I'd rather play it on the PlayStation 4 because I want to experience Call of Duty with the brand new PlayStation 4 controller. All my friends are going to get PlayStation 4, so why not? I can get it right now. I can get it on my PC. I have a fucking amazing gaming rig to my fucking left. But I'm going to wait to get it on PlayStation 4. So I hope this video has shed some lights that, oh my god, these consoles, the Xbox One's better. No. Call of Duty's issues have nothing to do with the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. It's just the developers are just cutting corners and just utilizing old fucking engines and just simply recoding a couple of things and putting these games on fucking next generation consoles, upgrading the graphics ever so slightly because there's more RAM, and saying that they fucking worked day and night and spent $50 million on these fucking games. No. Negative. So I really truly hope you enjoyed my video. I poured my heart and soul into telling you the fucking truth. Activision, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, exposed. I'm sorry. It had to be said. Oh my god, 1080p.